All right, good evening. We're going to call this evening's regular meeting of the Swedentown Board to order. I'm going to ask everyone to rise wherever you are and please recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. And if you remain standing for a moment as we observe a moment of silence, and tonight let's remember both our fighting men and women around the world protecting our freedoms, our first responders, as we always do, and especially during this time when they're acting with selflessness and bravery. And then finally, let's remember the families and those dealing with this disease firsthand. Thank you. All right, because of the situation, I'm going to waive reports and the privilege of the floor this evening, and there is no correspondence to note. So for the public as well as for the rest of the board, good evening. Welcome to the regularly scheduled Swedentown Board meeting of March 24th, 2020. This meeting is being conducted remotely in compliance with the Governor's Executive Order number 202.1, filed on March 7th, 2020, suspending Article 7 of the Public Officers Law. The suspension allows municipal boards to hold meetings by conference call, provided that the public has the ability to view or listen to such proceedings and that the meetings are recorded and later transcribed. I am here at the Swedentown Hall, attending the meeting by telephone. Our Deputy Supervisor, Bob Musbeck. Bob, if you could note that you're on the line, please.
Yes, I am.
Councilperson Patricia Hales.
Hello.
Councilperson Randall Hoke.
Randy Hoke, present.
Councilperson Rhonda Humby.
Present.
Town Attorney James Bell.
Present.
Town Clerk Karen Sweeting.
Present.
Director of Finance Lisa Strable.
Here.
Is there anyone else on the line from the town? Okay, thank you. We are meeting this way because we believe it is important to practice social distancing as our federal, county, and state officials have advised. We want every one of our Town of Sweden employees to remain healthy, and we want our residents to remain healthy. In short, we're committed to doing our part to flatten the curve of the COVID-19 virus. This meeting is being streamed live to the Town of Sweden Supervisor Facebook page. It is also being audio recorded and will be transcribed and made available on our website as soon as practical. The majority of our business tonight is minor. Several sets of minutes will be approved and our monthly abstract of bills paid. Before those minor items are approved, we are taking one important action, and that is that I'm declaring a state of emergency for the Town of Sweden this evening. Why are we taking this action? The simple answer is, in the words of the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. The state of emergency allows me, as supervisor, to take action without constantly reconvening the town board when decisions need to be made quickly. It allows me, as the supervisor, the authority to expend funds and assign personnel, supplies, equipment, and facilities in response to an emergency without bureaucracy or red tape slowing the process. It also allows the Town of Sweden to be eligible for federal or state assistance that may be forthcoming in regards to the emergency. As of tonight, there are no personnel, supplies, equipment, or facilities being assigned. The declaration merely gives me the authority to do so if the need arises within the next 30 days. At the end of the 30 days, the state of emergency expires unless I feel it is necessary to extend it. Now I want to tell you what this declaration is not. It is not a cry for immediate help or assistance. I believe our town's current needs are being cared for adequately. Nor is it a symbol of fear or panic. Your town board has been actively and tirelessly preparing for the outbreak of this virus locally for weeks. Starting with our board voicing concerns over residents' concerns over the quarantine at SUNY Brockport just a few weeks ago, until today, when those early concerns seemed so small in comparison to the reality of this virus spreading across the nation. As supervisor, I cannot express my appreciation and awe at watching the way that this town board and all the town's employees have reacted to this national crisis. Rest assured that we will continue to plan for and serve the needs of our residents with clear eyes and minds, unclouded by fear or panic. We will base our decisions on the facts and not on speculation or emotion. I'm now going to read the Town of Sweden State of Emergency Declaration, and at the end, ask for my fellow board members' support. This request for the support of other board members is not required by law, but it is an important step to show the residents of our town that the town board is united in solidarity on this measure. Town of Sweden State of Emergency. Both the State of New York and the County of Monroe have declared a state of emergency related to the COVID-19 crisis. In following, I specifically find, as the Sweden Town Supervisor, that the COVID-19 crisis imperils the public health and safety of both individuals and businesses in the town of Sweden. Taking into consideration various executive orders related emergency guidelines issued by the County of Monroe, the State of New York, and the United States of America, and after consultation with federal, state, and local governmental departments, I find it to be in the best interest of the town of Sweden for me to hereby issue a state of emergency in the town of Sweden, allowing me the discretion to, amongst other things, use any and all facilities, equipment, supplies, personnel, and various other town of Sweden resources as required to cope with this emergency. Consequently, and pursuant to Executive Law, Section 24, I hereby declare a state of emergency effective March 24th, 2020 at 9 p.m. in the town of Sweden, County of Monroe, State of New York. This state of emergency shall remain in effect for a period not to exceed 30 days, commencing on the aforesaid date and time unless and until either rescinded or extended by me for additional periods not to exceed 30 days. Any residents in need of special or emergency assistance are advised to contact 911. All residents are advised to monitor the website for the town of Sweden as well as local media reports for updates. And I will sign that today. Deputy Supervisor Musbeck, do you support me in this declaration?
Yes, I do.
Councilperson Hales, do you support me in this declaration?
Yes, I do.
That's a yes from Councilperson Hales. Councilperson Hoke, do you support me in this declaration?
Yes, sir, I do.
Councilperson Humby, do you support me in this declaration?
Yes, sir, I do.
And that's a yes from Councilperson Humby. Thank you all of you for your support in this. A few more notes on the town of Sweden before we go into our regular agenda. The Sweden Town Hall has been closed for 1 week as of today. Many of our employees are working from home and are allowed to access their offices for a brief time during the day as is necessary. Our highway and building and grounds departments are working on a rotating limited schedule to limit any exposure of any of those employees. Our community center is completely shuttered, although many of our dedicated employees there are working remotely as best they can. Should you need anything from any department of the town, the phone numbers and or email addresses for each department in the town are posted on the Town of Sweden Supervisor Facebook page as well as on our town website, townofsweden.org. Furthermore, should you not know where to turn for any need related to the town, please call my cell phone anytime. Number is 585-615-5243. The entire staff of the town is committed to meeting our residents' needs as best we can during this time. The town board will continue to make decisions about closures, cancellations, and work schedules based on the directives given to us by federal, state, and local health authorities. We will continue to keep you, our residents, as up to date as possible via the website and Facebook. There's been an outpouring of requests by our residents of what can I do to help. Because of that, I want to let you know about a few immediate needs. First, the Red Cross is experiencing a precipitous drop in blood donations. And during this time of increasing needs in our medical system, this issue must be addressed quickly. There are 2 local blood drives coming up. Both will be held at the Brockport Fire Department Exempts Club at 248 West Avenue in Brockport. The first is this Thursday, March 26th, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and then the second will be held on April 9th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Rest assured that the Red Cross has taken all necessary precautions to ensure the health and safety of donors. Please visit the Red Cross website or my Facebook page to learn more. The second need has to do with the elderly in our community and was noted on a call I had with county officials today. There are significant needs for volunteers to provide both transportation as well as to deliver meals to elderly people within our community. If you're willing and able to provide any such help, please call the Monroe County Coronavirus Hotline at 753-5555. Again, that's the Monroe County Coronavirus Hotline at 753-5555. All right, now at this time, we're going to move into our other business for this evening. The first is we have 4 different items on the consent agenda. I'm sorry, 5, excuse me. And they are 5 sets of minutes from the last couple of weeks. The first minutes from March 10th, then March 14th, then March 15th, then March 16th, and March 20th. So as to those 5 items, would anyone on the town board like any of those items removed and moved to the non-consent agenda?
No.
No. No.
Okay, hearing no objections then, I will ask for a motion on the consent agenda this evening.
So moved.
Randy Hoke makes the motion.
Randy Hoke with the motion. Can I have a second, please? Could someone second the motion to approve the consent agenda, please?
Rhonda
I'll
Humby
second
seconds
the
it.
Okay, Rhonda Humby with the second. Thank you. Any discussion on the consent agenda?
Nope.
All right, hearing no discussion, then Karen, if the clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Councilperson Hales,
Aye.
Councilperson Hoke,
Aye.
Councilperson Humby,
Aye.
Councilperson Musbeck,
Aye.
Supervisor Johnson.
Aye. Minutes are all approved. Thank you, everyone. We have 1 item on the non-consent agenda, and that is the payment of bills. Can I have a motion, please?
So
moved.
Bob Musbeck with the motion, and a second.
Patty Hales, I'll second.
Thank you, Patty. All right, any discussion on the payment of bills? All right. Karen, if you could call the roll again, please.
Councilperson Hales,
Aye.
Councilperson Hoke,
Aye.
Councilperson Humby,
Aye.
Councilperson Musbeck,
Aye.
Supervisor Johnson.
Aye. The bills are to be paid. Thank you, everyone. All right, next item is other business. I am going to ask the board for a brief executive session this evening, but before I do that, I'm going to make one additional comment, and that is that I know I can speak for the entire town board in saying that despite the difficulty of the past few weeks, we are all thankful to have the opportunity to work on behalf of the town to do our part in bringing us all through this national crisis. If there is anything else we as a town can do to address problems or concerns in our community or raise awareness of a problem or a need, please do not hesitate to contact us. Isn't it wonderful that during a time of social distancing, we're all coming together like never before? Please continue to abide by the recommendations of federal, state, and local officials so that together we can defeat this virus and get back to normal life as soon as possible. This will end, and may we all take courage in that. Anyone else on the board, any other business or comments? All right. Hearing nothing, then I will. Go ahead.
Excuse me, Jim Bell. Kevin, when you sign the state of emergencies, you need to sign at least 4 of them in originals. Under Executive Law 24, they need to be dispersed in different ways that I can speak to you and the town clerk and the chief financial officer tomorrow about. But sign at least 4 of them, if you would, please.
Okay, I certainly will. All right. Could I have a motion to go into executive session, please?
This is Patty Hale.
So moved.
All right. Thank you, Patty, with the motion. And could I have a second?
Second, Bob.
Bob, thank you for the second. All right. We'll take a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, that was unanimous. Any opposed? Very good. We'll go into executive session, and for the information of the public, we will not be coming back to our regular meeting to transact any business. Thank you very much. Good night. All right, hold on, everybody.